Hi everyone, this is Group 4 of the subject Human Resource Project Management. Let me introduce our members Anu Hava, Ashwati Varghese, Bhavana Saijan, Naveen George, Ronak Suthar, Sagar, Shivani, and myself Anita Jacob. Today, we are presenting the topics construction project stages, the leadership styles associated with these phases, and the common conflicts identified in each stages of the construction. So, first part is the construction project stages. Construction projects differ in terms of their size, the stakeholders involved, capital involved, and delivery date. Whatever be the requirements, features, and scope, the construction process is always considered to be a long, tedious, and demanding process. The collection of important data from the field also plays a very significant role in standardizing the construction processes. They are typically divided into 4 essential phases: conception of the project, design phase, pre-construction, construction, and the closure of the project. So, proper and complete execution of this progressive task establishes the strategic framework for the project and is essential to ensure the success. So, first stage is the conception of the project. The first phase of any major project is the process of articulating and defining the goals for the project and evaluating the feasibility of the plan. This phase commences with the client. The entire conception of the project starts from there. In this stage, we research for finding the right location and also about the specifications and standards that should be followed. This stage differs as per the project. The time taken to complete this stage differs, and it can take from few to even months depending upon the need for a faster completion. The constructions workers do not have much role in this process. That means the conception. The prominent person in this stage is the owner. The idea is developed and a primary plan to implement is made by the owner. Our project client, that means Mukesh Ambani, has actually pictured Antilia as an extravagant high-rise building. So, next stage is the design stage. Once the project is about to happen, the designs are being developed. The bidding process usually starts in the design stage. The team developing the design is led by an architect or engineer, and they ensure that all state regulations and codes are met, keeping in line vision of the project owner and usability of the newly built structure. That is our Antilia. The design stage involves 4 different stages, namely programming and feasibility, schematic design, design development, and the contracting of documents. Hereby, I pass the PPT to Bhavana for further presentation. Thank you.
So good morning to all. I'm Bhavana Saijan. So the next topic is pre-construction stage. So this is a stage where all the construction work commences. The bidding process is completed and the contractor is chosen to do the work. So after the contractor is selected, a project team is finalized and the project team has to prepare the construction site before the work starts. And the team involves the contract administrator, the project manager, the superintendent, field engineer, health and safety manager. Then along with the contractor, the project team also visits the site in order to complete the site examination, and soil testing is also done in this stage. So after the collection of the information, all plans and findings are finalized and studied and reviewed by the city authorities, which is mostly a tedious process, but it addresses all relevant issues. Next is the construction stage. In this stage, the construction of the desired project is completed as per the time schedule, and with all the prior stages, Antilia has come out with a good quality and within the pre-planned cost limit. And the main activities that are involved in the construction stage are preparation of the schedule of construction, control the work on the site, and ensure that quality of construction is maintained throughout the work. Then carrying out work as per the schedule without ascending any expenditure of goods, manpower, and money. So these are the things which are taken care of in the construction stage. Next is project closing out. So once the project is closed, all the deliverables of the project is being completed and it is delivered to the customer. Then formal acceptance from the owner is also considered. And finally, the last performance of the building are evaluated and the documents are finalized, and after the project is completed successfully, all the tasks of the project resources are closed and these resources are released respectively. So thank you. Next, I'd like to invite Shivani for presenting the leadership styles.
Thank you, Bhavna, for inviting me. Hi, everyone. My name is Shivani. I am here to explain about the leadership style in the construction project stage. The first stage is conceptual stage. The definition of the conceptual stage is already explained by my colleague. The important leadership style in this stage are democratic and second is a servant. Example. Democratic leadership is exactly what it sounds like. The leaders make decisions based on the input of each team member. Or here in construction project, the leader is a project manager who discuss about the owner requirement, what the owner wants with their team member. Also they discuss about the design to mean or other information related to the project with their team member to make a transparency. The final decision is taken by the project manager after discussing each employee's point of view related to the project. This is the example of democratic leadership. The second one is servant. During the project, we all know there are needs, some basic needs of each employee, and the servant leader are those who looks for opportunity to meet the employee's requirement. Also, after achieving their goal, they give the credit to their team members and take satisfaction in seeing all team wins, so it will create a positive impact on the project. This is an example of servant leadership. Thank you so much. The next part of the leadership is explained by Anuhava.
Thank you, Shivani. So, hi everyone. Myself Anuhava, and I'm going to talk about important leadership style involved in the design stage. And they are consultative, delegating, and democratic or participative. Let's look into some examples related to the situations. Actually, during this stage, preparation of design was done. Designing of Antilia according to the requirements and scope was basically under the responsibility of architect and the design team. Hence, the role of project manager was very limited. He was giving authority to the experts of design to complete the work and achieve the goals. This is a kind of delegating leadership style. Next one, design a building like Antilia takes lots of brain works, research works, and brainstorming activities. It took lots of discussions to came with a design for Antilia. So here, project manager was encouraging the group participation by conducting group discussions to find out ideas and by approving the creative ones. It is a part of democratic leadership style. Last one, estimation process. Estimation of building was also a part of this stage. So, estimator was the expert involved in this process. Basically, project manager has consulted with the estimator to get accurate calculations and expert opinions. So, this is an approach of a leader based on consultative leadership style. Next one, pre-construction stage. The important leadership styles involved in the pre-construction stage are directing, driver, and coaching. Let's look into some examples. So, bidding process was finished and team members were selected during this stage. All the members weren't fully aware of their roles, responsibilities, and details about the project in this stage. There were lots of unknowns, and most of the people were uncertain about things. So, project manager had to tell other members about what to do and make them know about complete structure of the project. So, it's like directing leadership style. Okay, in order to avoid the risk and mistake, project manager had to constantly telling to people about each and every important thing. So it's more like driver style of leadership. The last one, it's really important to provide workers with health and safety coaching or training prior to the commencement of the construction to make them adapt with the site and maintain safety precautions. It was the responsibility of project manager. So it is based on the coaching leadership style. So that's all about my topic. Next, I'm inviting Naveen to take over from here.
Hi friends, good morning. My name is Naveen George and I'm here to present the leadership styles in construction stage as well as in closing stage. When it comes to construction stage, the construction phase is the most important phase in the project management. In this phase, the project manager has major role to show his leadership styles to complete the project in a successful way. The leadership styles that were needed for a project manager during the construction stage are coaching, facilitating, supporting, and charismatic. The main activities that were involved during the construction phase are schedule preparation, maintaining the quality, and carrying out the work as per the schedule. To prepare the schedule of the project manager needs assistance or details from others such as the procurement manager about the material availability, the drawings from the architect, and project manager needs to coordinate the input that received from others. So project manager needs a supportive and facilitating leadership for the preparation of schedule. And another example, to maintain the quality or establishing a standard that is in the procurement material section as well as in the working section, that is making a quantity to achieve a good strength as per the standards. The project manager has to help workers by checking the quality or giving instructions to improve the quality during the work. So coaching leadership style is needed for the project manager to carry out the work as per schedule. That is, if the workers are not properly and they're facing issues, it will affect the work schedule. So by giving motivation to the workers by project manager, it will help them to energize. So it will help to move the work as per schedule. The charismatic style of the project manager helps to move the work as per the schedule. When it comes to the closing stage, the important leadership styles involved in the closeout stage is closing out of a project, facilitating a transactional. Strong participation is needed when the project comes to its stage of closing, where this facilitative leadership style is used. Strong support and active participation is supported from all the staffs and workers when the project is handed to the client or the owner. As a facilitative leader, the project manager needs high communicative skills to convey correct information and details to the owner as well as the personnel. On the other hand, a transactional leadership style involves the transaction of rewards and prizes between the leader and his employees for getting the job done. In the case of Project Andalia, all the staffs had been rewarded for their work and dedication, and hence the productivity increased by developing a responsible mind in the workers. The next topic will be done by Ashwati. Thank you.
Good morning, one and all. Myself, Ashwati Varghese, and I'm here continuing with the topic conflicts in each construction stages. Conflicts can be defined as the disagreement between two or more members of organization or groups within the organization that arise because they have to use scarce resources jointly or carry out activities together with different status, goals, values, and perceptions. In the construction industry, these conflicts are inevitable. And if these conflicts are not well managed, they can quickly turn into disputes and finally affect the successful completion of project. Thus, it is very important to be aware of the conflicts to complete the construction project in time, budget, and quality. Now let's discuss different conflicts that may occur during different stages of construction. Firstly, let's discuss the conflicts in conceptual stage. The first one is the concept conflict. It was between the group of owners and regarding the concept of the project Antalya. The concept of Antalya is like a long lost city in Greek mythology, and this idea was later accepted only after many debates. Next is the conflicts in time management. This arises when the concept building stage takes longer than usual. Intense pressure from the above managerial position may arise due to the time wasting and can be resolved only by a proper time management plan. And the last conflict in the conceptual stage is the resource and location conflicts. This conflict is raised because of the frequent changing manner of all the resources and the difficulty in finding a location, proper location for the project. Next, let's move on to the conflicts in the design stage. The first conflict in the design stage is the conflict during the bidding process. The bidding process is one hell of a hectic process that every construction process must go through. Here for the bidding, first the estimation should be done, and then many contractors will move forward in showing of the interest, and the company need to negotiate many problems. And here there's a chance of occurring conflict between the contractors. Next is the conflict in design. In the design stage, the architecture firm is responsible for the design of the construction project, and literally they need many compromises with the owner and the contractor. The design should be in a way of the owner's concept, and the firm will take any risk to make it clear for the contractors. The last conflict in the design stage is the conflicts in paperwork. The design stage includes many different phases like programming and feasibility, schematic design, design development, and contract documents. And all these requires many paperwork, and conflicts may arise in the paperwork department since they need to compromise and need suggestions and demands from a huge set of people. Next, my friend Ronak will continue with the presentation. Thank you for hearing me. Thank you so much.
Thank you, Ashwati, for inviting me. Hello, everyone. My name is Ronak Suthar, and here I am to represent the conflicts in the pre-construction stage. There are the three main conflicts that we found in the pre-construction stage. The first one is the conflicts in appointing superior. When there are the different personal interests and people inside the group or inside the team, they have a different opinion for the project and they just want to lead. They don't want to follow. And in this situation, it creates the politics, and there will be a conflicts in the team. So inside the politics, this will lead to the rise in the conflict, and the company or the firm, they will be in the dilemma to choose that who should be the superior. And they wanted to put their own ideas and they don't want to agree with others. So in that kind of the scenario, it creates that conflicts. The second one is the conflicts in safety management. The safety department will create an issue in the name of the safety in the project site, which somehow creates conflicts in the side between the executioner and the safety department. When safety department don't give the final signal or the green signal to run the project, so it can create the conflict, and it can be the problem to in the pre-construction stage. And the third one is the conflict with the government officials. Sometimes government official will not sanction or make delay to the project, like they don't give the approval, or they will be taking more time to give the approval. So in that kind of case scenario, it will be considered as a conflict, and it could happen in the beginning of the project. So these are the all things that could delay or they could take more time than the normal, and this could all happen during the pre-construction stage. Thank you very much, and I would like to invite my team member Sagar to join us.
Thank you, Ronak, for the explanation. And myself, Sagar Sudarshan, is going to present you the topic, conflicts in construction stage. Actually, the construction stage is the pretty best part of the construction project, and it usually consists of lots of conflicts. It basically depends on the culture and the availability of materials and labor, and also the coordination. And the cultural conflicts exist mostly in India, because the things is like India is a mixed culture of lots of people. So the thing is that we used to prefer a mixed culture society, and these things create a lots of chaos in between the people. And the availability of materials and labor, that also affects like in worldwide construction industry. And the conflicts in coordination also. Coordination is a key, and yet conflicts often arises because work is not properly coordinated. And also the conflicts while project closing out. And this is the final part. And this final part consists of lots of conflicts, basically due to the financial reasons. In order to co-op with this conflict, objective report can be summarized throughout the project schedule. And the conflicts while deciding the project closeout. The best way to eliminate this conflict is to make true business case with facts explaining why project could not be continued. And rewarding the project member. This conflicts when everybody wants to leave and no one is ready to follow. Actually, closing out is the part that finishes the project and consists of lots of paperwork also. And these things are emerging, like the project team member is like the most focused person in this particular type of preparation. So he or she will face the final propaganda against all of these concerns. So thank you, Mr. Modi. And we are closing our project. Thank you.